for serving this fellowship, and it is so good to have you here today. That is a picture of our building yesterday, even before we were plowed. This morning, we have a special day. We'll be having a short service this morning, and if you are visiting today, you are welcome to join us for this short service and also for our annual meeting following the service if you're curious to see how we do the business of the fellowship, which is going to be even interesting, more interesting for us this year because it's the first time we've ever had a virtual annual meeting. Our service this morning is called These Times of Transition, which refers to the seasons, the transition from one fiscal year to another, and transitioning from meeting in person to meeting virtually and working towards moving back to meeting together. Each week we begin our service by ringing our chime 3 times, once to wake the chime, once to open our minds, and once to open our hearts. And Sam will sing our opening. I think he may be muted.
Sake of the living, let us be drawn in.
Reverend Scott Taylor has written the words for our chalice lighting. When our days turn cold and the light dims, may we take hold of the real and virtual hands reaching out and let them lead us to the comforting flame. When repression and indignity rise, may we kindle the lamp of justice together. When exhaustion seeps into our bones, may we let the soft light lead us to rest. And when joy sneaks in and surprises us with grace, may we stop for just one sacred moment and celebrate.
In the world of the driven, let us be drawn in. Let your love be a given, let us be drawn in. To imagine, to dream, to create, to redeem, for the sake of the living, let us be drawn in.
Our prelude this morning is a chant called Light is Returning by Charlie Murphy, and it is sung by the American Music Therapy Association Choir.
Light is returning, even though it is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Light is returning, even though it is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Let's keep it burning, let's keep the light of hope alive, may save our journey through the storm. One planet turn.
Our December offertory recipient this month is KHOI 89.1 Community Radio. This local Ames radio station was started through the efforts of many people at UUFA, and its mission is to build community through grassroots communication. Thank you for your continuing support of this wonderful part of our community, and you'll have the opportunity to give your offering after the service at our website on the Give tab. Thank you again for your generosity. We've long found ways in 2020 to be together at the same time, just not in the same place. Now we invite you to be together in the same place, in the same space, just not at the same time. Help us build a physical expression of our ongoing connection this season by decorating a wooden ornament to hang from the trellis near the fellowship front doors. Come to the fellowship whenever and however it's convenient. Pick up a wooden disc from the box on the entry garden bench. Take it home to decorate, and then return to hang it up and enjoy the creation of others. When you open the box, you'll see that everything you need to hang your ornament on the trellis is provided. When so much of our connection right now is virtual, we hope this small way to safely connect brings joy to us all. Watch for photos of the growing project during Sunday morning services. And if you take pictures of yourselves while you're making your ornaments, send them to me, and I'll share your experience with everyone in the fellowship. If you would like to participate and are unable to pick up an ornament to decorate, contact Bradley in the office, and we'll make sure that you're able to join in this fun project together. Our opening words this morning are by Monica Jacobson-Tennessen, The Heart of Our Faith. What is it that calls you here, that calls you onward, that calls you inward, that leads you homeward? What is it that gives you the power to make that change, to ask that question, to take that journey? What is it that says you have done well, that asks you to learn more, that brings you to stillness, that holds you up in hard times? It is relationship, the beating heart of our faith. It begins when we share this hour, our truths, this air, our hearts. Come, let us share this time together. Traditionally, the Advent wreath is used to mark the Sundays until Christmas, with gradually increasing light. Each week, a new flame is lit to represent light banishing darkness. This year, however, we're doing something different. Darkness is as important as light. The cold dark of winter is as important to life as the bright warmth of summer. So this year, we're doing a reverse Advent wreath. We begin with all the candles lit and extinguish a flame each week until gradually we enter into full darkness. It is the third week of Advent. As we extinguish 3 candles, we remember those things that only exist in the dark, far, far away from us. The creatures in the depths of the dark ocean, living creatures in the blackest caves. We imagine the life that may exist in the deepest, darkest parts of the universe. Just because we can't live there ourselves doesn't mean the spirit of life isn't at work there. We are not all there is. Nature isn't just for us. May this make us humble. May we be blessed by the awesome, full life of the darkness. I give thanks for the string trio from the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Phoenix: Connie Jarmarkt, Susan Morris, and Liz Gapin. I invite you to join me this morning in a responsive reading by Robin Zucker called Remind Us. The responsive phrase for you each time begins with Spirit of Life, and it will appear on your screen. In this season of sacred hymns and rousing carols, how can we keep from singing? Everyone, Spirit of
Spirit of life, mind us to sing.
In this season of celebration and joy, when there is still plenty of loneliness and despair behind the tinsel, how can we keep from caring?
Spirit of life, remind us.
In this season of miracles, when a bright red ribbon of mystery is wrapped around the gift we call life, how can we keep from wondering? In this season of anticipation and magic, When children's faces beam like northern lights, how can we keep from laughing? In this season of hope, when people throughout the world are praying for peace and goodwill, how can we keep from praying? And in this season of darkness, how can we keep from shining? Spirit of life, remind us to shine. We'll close with a piece of music that is a favorite of mine, and I love to hear the fellowship voices sing it. I believe they sang it last year to open our annual meeting. But this year, we'll hear Peter Mayer sing his song, Where is the Light? Words are there, so I hope you'll sing.
When it's late December, dark and cold,
Where is the light?
when old man you bending low,
Where is the light?
when the sun runs off a bit too soon,
Where is the light?
and there's nothing but a skinny moon.
Where is the light?
Can you tell me where is the light? Where is the light? Where is the light? Oh, the light's inside of me. When it's dark each morning when I rise,
Where is the light?
and it's dark when my eggs are frying,
Where is the light?
and it's dark when off to work I go,
Where is the light?
and it's dark again when I get home.
Where is the light?
Can you tell me where is the light? Where is the light? Where is the light? Oh, the light's inside of me. It's in my skin and in my bones, in my heart and in my soul. That light of light so bright and golden, like a summer day. When the sun goes misty in the sky, it is rising in my eyes, chasing all that winter gloom away. I'm burning bright like kerosene.
Where is the light?
I'm twinkling like the Pleiades.
Where is the light?
I'm dancing like a candle flame,
Where is the light?
and I'm flaming like a fruit flambe.
Where is the light?
Oh, can you tell me where is the light? Can you tell me where is the light? Can you tell me where is the light? Oh, the light's inside of me. Can you tell me where is the light? Can you tell me where is the light? Oh, can you tell me where is the light? Oh, the light's inside of me. 2, 3, 4. Crystal light, mine. I'm gonna let it shine. 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 Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it
This morning, I'd like to thank you again for your generosity when you're able to go to the UUFA website to make your offering, but also have the opportunity to give to other special causes that this fellowship supports. Again, thank you so very much. And now, welcome to our UUFA annual meeting, which I will open the room and welcome your president, Sarah Carlson.